So you are ready to start the journey of saving towards your first home. And you already have a savings growing beautifully there in your GEHS linked account. Because as a renter, you cannot get that housing allowance. You can't hand that money over to a landlord or anybody else. That money stays reserved for you in your special savings account linked to you at GEHS. So today we want to talk about, besides GEHS saving for you, how can you also save personally so that you can help to grow your money and have a good deposit when you want to be the one to put down the deposit for your very first home. Hello, I'm Sharon, and we are still currently talking about making your dream of owning your very first home a reality. So, as we said, you are currently being helped by GEHS by having a savings account and where the money is deposited for you. But if you are serious about getting your house in the next 3 to 5 years, it makes sense for you also to start saving. And let's look at a conservative amount like 500 Rand to show you how your money will grow over the 5 years and how at the end, when you add it to your GEHS savings, what amount you will have in the bank. Now, to make it practical, realistic for you, let me show you an illustration first of how your money at GEHS is growing if that money is just growing at an interest rate of 5%. So year one, you will have 22,050 Rand in your account at GEHS. By year two, you would have 45,202 Rand at GEHS with a 5% interest of that money as that money is growing. By year three, you will have 69,512 Rand. By year four, you will have 95,038 Rand in your GEHS savings account. And in year five, you will have 121,840,000 Rand in your savings account at GEHS without you having to do anything. That money is kept safe. It is linked to you. You can have it. It will be readily available when you are ready to purchase your first home. Isn't that fantastic news? Now, that is what GEHS is doing and the interest that is added to that money. Now, let's look at if you commit just to pay 500 Rand into a special savings account, a personal savings account that you can also allow to grow steadily so that in 5 years' time you can add your personal savings to your savings at GEHS so that you have this balloon figure. Now, before I show you an illustration of how your money will grow together with your GEHS, let us first look at possible savings for savings accounts that you can open, right? It must be a personal savings account and it must not be linked to your daily savings or your bank account that you use on a daily basis. There must be no temptation. You must not touch that money once you put that money away. So you could put that 500 Rand that you're going to ring fence into a special high interest generating savings account, or you can put that 500 Rand into a fixed deposit account. You may also buy low risk unit trust, which hopefully we will get somebody to explain how that works. And then the last option that you may explore is saving at a savings club like your Stokvels and so forth. So long as you know that your money is secure, you're not giving it to somebody to place somewhere, and then 5 years down the line, when you ask them to give the money is not available. Make sure that you put the money into a trustworthy institution and not allow somebody to keep your money for you or even put it in your own personal account so that you have easy access. And before we know it, 5 years are down the line and you have nothing to show. But before we continue with that story, let me show you the illustration of how your savings plus the GEHS savings per year will be growing merely over 5 years. Like I said, I'm going to show you the figures where we add your 500 times 12 months and your GEHS money per year plus interest. Let's assume the interest is growing at 5% per year. So in year one, you can expect to have a combined savings of 28,350 Rand. In year two, you will have a combined savings, your personal savings, plus the savings in your GEHS account of 58,118. Year three becomes more exciting. Combined savings that you will have is 89,373. Year four, you will have a combined savings of 122,192 Rand. And then in year five, wait for this, you will have 156,652 Rand. 156,652 Rand. Just because you saved 500 Rand per month and the GEHS savings is growing beautifully at more than 21,000 per year because there's compound interest. The interest will be bearing more interest, and that is known as compound interest. So instead of just having 21,000 in your account, every year that money grows, and the more money you have in the GEHS savings account, the more interest it will generate. So at the end of the day, you will be sitting with a minimum of 156,652 Rand. That's not small money. That may just be the money you need to make a deposit on the house. That may just be the money that you need to buy your section of plot if you're out there in the rural area. That may just be the money that will push you towards buying your dream home. Is that not a dream that can be achieved? All you have to do is commit to at least a minimum of 500 Rand per month, because you have the added advantage of savings happening at the GEHS. Remember, we said government's whole intention, the goal is to let you move from being a renter to a homeowner. So make that commitment. Make that commitment to yourself. Honor yourself, honor your family, and make sure that you do invest in your family by buying a home and then having a legacy at the end of the day where you are also a homeowner and you will then be able to leave that property to your children one day. And that is how we spread the wealth. So, what are we waiting for? Let me know in the comments whether you are going to commit to ensuring that you start saving. And if you really feel that this is still pie in the sky, speak to people who have done it and you will realize that this is so achievable. All you have to do is make that commitment. If you still want to help yourself be inspired and motivated, find a picture of your ideal home, the home that you will be able to buy in about 3 to 5 years' time, and then copy that house, a picture of that house, and give each member in the family a copy of the house. Put it up in your on your walls at home, wherever you live. Put a copy in your wallet, and then as a family, motivate each other and spur each other on. So when children start crying, Mom, I want the Nike, I want the Adidas, you can say, yes, you can have that if we don't want a house. And at this point, we want you to be the proud owners in future of a home that mom and dad will be buying. On that note, I'll see you again where we will discuss another angle, because there may be another opportunity for you to get more money to add to your savings so that your house that you want to buy becomes a reality. Till next time.